exotic booze. There's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away.
Luton Airport, home of Easyjet and the airline's main base, with almost 5 million passengers travelling to 17 destinations each year. Among those passengers are up to 600 hen and stag parties. Today, bride-to-be Sarah Graham and her group of 18 hens are bound for Barcelona. In 3 weeks, Sarah will be marrying Paul Bond, so it's going to be a Bond-themed weekend. The groom's sister, Claire, is about to spring a surprise on the future Mrs. Bond.
I've got a Bondogram coming in today to see the hen off on a flight to Barcelona. And he's got 7 missions to present to her that she must complete in Barcelona before we come back on Sunday. Hopefully he's actually quite Irish and, you know, actually like Pierce Brosnan, but we'll wait and see.
James Bond certainly looks the part, but will he be able to convince the girls he's the real McCoy?
Miss Sarah? Sarah Jane Gohan. You have 7 missions. Yeah. 7 missions to complete this weekend. Yeah. You must obtain 1 piece of Mali underwear. Very good.
I'll do that bit, yeah.
You must drink at least a dry martini, shaken but not stirred during the course of the weekend.
I didn't get that bit, sorry.
You have to drink a martini, shaken, not stirred.
Right, okay.
Luckily, Sarah's friends are on hand to translate, and eventually, if somewhat painfully, Senor Bond completes his mission.
Thank you very much.
Easyjet's £300 million purchase of rival carrier Go now makes it one of the largest low-cost airlines in Europe. Bristol is one of its new airports.
Hey Gemma, have you seen this?
For Supervisor Gemma Napper and Passenger Services Agent James Densley, the changeover from Go's blue uniform to Easyjet's orange is just weeks away.
I think everyone associates EasyJet to the bright orange, so it's not going to be
a major
for the passengers, but I think it's going to be quite difficult for us.
Gemma and James aren't entirely convinced by the Easyjet wardrobe.
I think the raincoat looks a bit PVC-ish, as if you're into that sort of fetish there. Tacky.
I think there's going to be some people that could look quite interesting in the fitted top.
Definitely, I think that would be one of my choices, of course, you know. I think it's very different to any other airline's uniform.
Yeah.
So we are going to look quite cool and quite modern.
Yeah, different.
Very different.
At Luton, 3 members of the hen party have been sent to the customer services desk.
Bond's first name?
Yeah. No, Claire. Claire Bond.
Oh, it's Bond. Okay, then. You booked the ticket?
Me?
Wow. You booked for the 23rd. Okay, instead of the 24th.
They've missed their flight. Claire mistakenly booked 3 seats on a plane leaving yesterday.
We are supposed to go to Barcelona today. 3, 4, 5 total.
No. What?
It's turning out to be an expensive weekend for Claire. First £60 for the incomprehensible Mr. Bond, and now she and her 2 friends must pay more than £100 each for new tickets.
There must be something they can do when we paid £80.
Yeah, they've paid for the
paid
flight.
£243.
They've already paid for an outbound flight.
Let's see if you can discuss with the supervisor and see what they can do. Hi there. Is there Anne-Marie or Sam upstairs?
Well, we're just waiting for the supervisor to come down because they've booked a ticket out already, but unfortunately my chief bridesmaid got the day wrong and flew out yesterday apparently. So we believe that as we've already paid for a ticket, why should we have to pay for another ticket to go out today when there's free tickets? £350, it's ridiculous.
Supervisor Anne-Marie Lathwell wants to see what's going on.
We've paid for our flight.
Yeah.
And I understand what you're saying, but it's not that difficult to
No.
put our names onto a flight today.
You've got 18 girls here flying on a hen weekend, of which 3 can't get on the plane. So at the end of the day, you've made all this money on us flying out today. You made money on the flight yesterday because they weren't on the flight. So why can't you transfer that today?
Just bear with me, I'll just go make a phone call to head office.
Thank you very much.
It seems that Anne-Marie is willing to plead their case. 300 miles away at Liverpool's John Lennon Airport, passenger services agent Kelly McCartney has hit a language barrier.
I don't speak French, I'm afraid.
Earlier this morning, she booked Josiane Delphine on a flight to Paris, but she didn't make it to check-in on time.
I did tell you this when you booked it, you had to be here for 1 o'clock. I understand, but I did say to be here for 1 o'clock. The check-in's closed now. It's coming now. She's on the telephone, she's very busy. Can I just tell you, when you did the booking today, we did not struggle one bit in understanding each other. I clearly wrote down and told you. Well, you understood me today. You understood when we were speaking about your nails. You understood all that.
She could transfer onto the next flight, leaving in 6 hours, but that's not what Josiane wants to hear.
Don't go.
I understand, excuse me.
Give me my money
explain?
because I come to pay this. Here. Je dormirai ici s'il le faut. Mais tout le monde saura. You give me my money. Finish.
I've told you I can't do that. Can I just...
Call me your boss.
She's coming now.
Je ne peux pas rester. Le vol, il est à 55,
I can't understand what you're saying. I've told you I can't understand you.
You speak English quickly. I speak French quickly.
Well,
okay?
I can't understand French
you
slowly. I can't speak every language of the world.
Pas possible. Can I do?
As the first round of the France versus England slanging match kicks off, time's running out for the Bond girls back in Luton.
Well, we should be boarding now, so let's see address the hotel, yeah? And see you there, yeah?
See you there. Do you know, you should always have a sense of humour. I'm kind of losing mine now.
Sorry, my friend, just 2 seconds, yeah? The only way for you to actually get on that flight is to pay that £345 now. She's upstairs. She said she's on her way down, but the flight is closing. If you don't pay for it now, there's no way you can actually get on the flight. She's coming down to speak to you anyway, but it'll be about 2 minutes before she gets here. And by that time, it'll be too late. So if you want to book it, you'll have to book it now. Otherwise, it'll be your...
But as the rest of the Bond girls board the plane, Claire has one last stab at a free transfer.
You know, you can transfer our flights.
You've missed that deadline now, so
half an hour.
unfortunately...
Well, obviously, it's 24 hours.
You need to purchase a seat. If you do want to travel, then we can do it for you now, but if not, you need to make the decision now.
It's a group decision. Do we pay an extra £100 each to fly?
We've got to go out there.
In true Bond girl style, they make the flight with seconds to spare. At Bristol Airport, there's one passenger who's not benefiting from the Go Easyjet merger. 12-year-old Alex Steinson is booked on a flight to Malaga to visit his dad. But there's a problem. Supervisor Gemma Napper has told him he's too young to fly alone.
With Go, we could accept children 12 years and above, and they could travel on their own. Go wouldn't take responsibility for them as such, but they were allowed to travel. But with Easyjet, their rule is that they have to be 14 and above to travel.
Alex has flown on his own with Go in the past, so his mum didn't think to read the small print when she booked his flight this time.
The rules have changed since Go was taken over by Easyjet. And when you book, you get 4 pages like this, with millions of words on them. And of course, you don't read all these words every time, so I didn't know that anything had changed.
But it looks like Alex is in luck. His mum seems to have bumped into an old friend who's also going to Malaga. With a trusted chaperone to travel with him, there now seems no reason why Alex can't make his flight.
I'm not going with my son, but fortunately I know Carolyn, and she's willing to look after him, so hopefully we should be able to go. OK, go on then. I'll stand back and let you...
Yeah, but
we didn't book together. Yeah. There's another one to come as well.
But Gemma's been keeping a close eye on what's been happening.
Madam, I'm not going to allow him to go because it's on my back now. I know that you obviously don't know each other.
She believes that Mrs. Steinson is trying to pull a fast one and has actually only known Carolyn for a matter of minutes.
My son go with me.
No, I think that you're lying.
Properly booked. When I saw this lady arriving, you had your back to me, and I said, Carolyn, fantastic to see you. Please will you look after my son? Whether I know her or not, if I am willing to allow her to take care of my son, and she is willing, and he is willing, and we're all happy, that's all that matters.
He's just not allowed to travel.
Gemma's not about to swallow the story, and Alex's chances of jetting off to see his dad aren't looking good.
OK, if you come over to the ticket desk. All of us? No, just you can check in still.
You have to come with me.
you want to calm down? Just calm down for 1 minute.
I don't take EasyJet again. You come.
At Liverpool Airport, international relations are at an all-time low.
Still the same. Still the same.
As well as insisting on a refund for the flight she's missed, Josiane Delphine now wants another £500 back for tickets she's booked for her family to fly next month.
I take the ticket from only my family. You give me only my money.
I haven't got the money to give you here in Liverpool. I haven't got cash to give you back for that ticket.
Check.
I haven't got checks. Customer
Call
services.
police. You call police because when I don't have my money, I sit here.
You can sit there, but I can't give you. I haven't got the money to give you back. I haven't got the money.
With Josiane threatening to stage a sit-in, Supervisor Joanne Dempsey is called to referee.
Can I help you?
The boss?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to go to Paris today.
But the lady booked it for you before.
Okay. In Paris, when you don't have baggage, you speak French?
No.
Bon. When you don't have baggage, you come 20.
But we're not in Paris, we're in Liverpool, and the lady wrote on here what time you have to be here.
I don't want anything. I want my money to take...
Well, we haven't got any money here to give you.
Je dormirai ici s'il le faut. Mais tout le monde
I
saura.
can't understand anything you're saying, and if you don't listen to what I'm saying, you're going to have to speak to EasyJet in Luton.
Finish.
Sure, well done. Bye.
Bye.
At Bristol Airport, the Malaga flight is about to close. Mrs. Steinson is running out of time to convince Supervisor Gemma that Carolyn is an old friend and not just somebody she met in the queue.
That lady Carolyn is willing to look after him.
Yeah, but I know that you don't know that.
But you don't know that. It's not true. I was really
lady.
relieved to see her. I don't know her well, but I know her well enough to allow my son to go with her.
I know that you don't know that person.
I am really happy that she go with Carolyn.
No.
And he's happy to go with Carolyn. You should let him go under those circumstances.
No, I can't do that, I'm afraid.
But why?
If something happens to him, it's easy for you to turn around and say,
but
well,
it is not.
It is. The supervisor on shift that day said, yeah, that's
fine.
But I
wouldn't do that.
I'm not going to argue with anymore.
She's decided that this lady, Carolyn, is not my friend.
She was telling me that she knew this person and she didn't.
There's just such a coldness about the approach to, the unwillingness, this lack of humanity, I think.
I feel sorry for the poor lad because obviously he's not going to get to see his father now and it's half term and he's missing out on a holiday.
And with her son's holiday at stake, Mrs. Steinson isn't prepared to give up just yet.
I wouldn't just let anybody take my son, If I didn't know the person, I wouldn't let him go.
Okay.
Because, he's my only child. I'm not going to just send him with some old passenger.
No.
But Gemma's not so sure.
I know that you don't know that person at the check-in over there.
I spent a lot of money on this. It's really important.
You can ring customer support. I can give you a telephone number to ring customer support.
I haven't got a lot of time, have I?
No, you've got 5 minutes.
Oh, I know.
Maybe someone at head office will believe her story.
OK, so well, you were just reservations, so I'm wasting my time. So who do I need to speak to? I have spoken to the supervisor and I'm not happy with the decision because it's not right. Now that whoever this is who's supposed to be theoretically helping me has disappeared anyway, so it's gone. It's finished, isn't it, really?
There are no options left. Mrs. Steinson has to admit defeat.
And the check-in does have to close now anyway.
It's all right.
It's goodbye to Carolyn and to Alex's hopes of a holiday with his dad in Spain.
You are EasyJet?
No.
At Liverpool, Josiane Delphine's finally realised if she's to get back home to Paris, she has to compromise. She's given up on refunds and agreed to transfer onto the evening flight.
That's the time there of the flight, 19:45, but you need to be here 1900, OK? OK, see you later. I just reckon because she was late, she's just being angry. And then she's just calmed down and realised she's not going to get anywhere anyway. Changed her mind. From not flying EasyJet ever again to flying tonight.
After 2.5 years with EasyJet, 21-year-old supervisor Leo Jones is still braving the passenger front line at Luton Airport. Tonight's going to be a busy shift, and he's come prepared.
It's like the start of a night shift for me. I just bought some new calming tablets.
And he's going to need them. A crash on the M1 has delayed a coachload of passengers for tonight's final Athens flight.
The road was completely blocked.
I understand that, but
And I suppose you could delay the flight for 5 minutes because it was 5 minutes, yeah?
Even though more than 30 passengers have arrived late, Easyjet insists the flight can't be delayed.
This is the last time you see us, and we're coming a lot with this company.
No, they won't delay a plane because they've lost boarding already, which means the load sheet's gone out to the aircraft and the aircraft is ready to go. Once that load sheet's gone to the aircraft, there's nothing to be done.
Leo's calming tablets are about to be put to the test.
55. Well, we got stuck on them one for 4 hours. Is it my fault? Or you are green line? You got to sort it out. It's not my problem.
If you get on this aircraft now, it's too late.
What am I going to do?
We can transfer you for tomorrow morning.
Hey, where am I going to spend the evening?
That's up to you.
It's not up to me. It's up to you.
Okay. If you want to talk to me, I'll talk to you in a polite manner. None of screaming and
Okay,
shouting.
I'm waiting.
We've only got a few seats now on the 1340 tomorrow. If anybody wants...
Leo's suggesting passengers take a free transfer onto tomorrow's flight, but they're not happy.
All right, if you want to get on the one...
We're being treated like that's how we feel. That's how I feel. I mean, we've been stuck into this country for no reason.
They've boarded people onto the aircraft now. It's boarded. It's boarded.
You have no luggage, you have no nothing?
We have no luggage.
You're too late, I'm sorry.
Too late.
But what Leo hasn't realised is that the pilot has decided to help out the late arrivals. EZY 453 to Athens is still on the ground waiting for the late passengers. Leo doesn't know it, but check-in is about to reopen.
Now they're running.
The Athens passengers are on their way, and Mr. Theodorou thinks it's all down to the Greek art of persuasion.
Unless you shout, you won't get anything.
In Liverpool, Josiane Delphine is back, and she's finally checking in for her flight to Paris. She's on time.
Your flight's delayed 35 minutes.
No, it's later.
It's late, yeah.
But Easyjet isn't.
This morning when I come, it's not later.
No,
And communicating with the locals isn't getting any easier.
And now, what can I do?
I don't understand you, I'm afraid.
What can you do now?
Yeah.
Go down to the little departure lounge.
I'm late 5 minutes. She said no,
Well,
you can go.
You'd missed your
but
flight this
now
morning.
it's 35. You know, anybody not perfect. Personne n'est parfait dans la vie. Ah. You know where is Easyjet?
Okay, what we'll need to do is tag it because it will have to be ultimately put into the aircraft hold.
At Luton, Mr. Theodorou has found a new reason to have a go at Leo. He's been told to check his suitcase into the hold, but is demanding to take it on as hand luggage.
How come we brought it over and now we cannot take it back? It's the same way, the same bag.
For safety, the purpose of these guys here is to ensure...
How come we didn't check it in on the way here? It was a different airliner?
So if you want to check it in, check it in. If you don't want to check it in, then I'm afraid you can't travel.
Okay, I will. So you're basically blackmailing me. I'm checking it in. It's a blackmail.
It doesn't fit
it's
our
a blackmail.
procedure.
Okay, it's a blackmail. I have to take the blackmail. I have no alternative, unfortunately.
Finally, the Athens flight looks set to leave. Once the stragglers arrive.
Sorry, this bag here was supposed to be checked in.
And despite everything, the Theodorous are still trying to sneak their suitcase on as hand luggage.
I go there and then you...
It's your problem.
Okay, we'll go into the aircraft hold. You've already got a receipt.
No, I don't have it.
All right, come on, follow me out.
I want a proper receipt so I can claim from Easyjet.
Looks like it's peace at last for Leo.
Really disappointed now that he's gone. No. Won't be sorry to see that one gone. There's some really nice people on it. The people he did go with said, oh, thanks very much, we know you didn't have to do it. And he was still causing problems even as he was boarding the aircraft. Never happy.
What's the deal with the...
I take back what I just said. They're all horrible.
Weeks later, Josiane had another row with Easyjet and this time was refused permission to travel. 3 weeks after her hen weekend, Sarah Graham married her very own Mr. Bond, Paul.
You're not going to be able to go
I'm
anywhere
sorry,
today.
you are wrong.
And it turned out that Gemma's hunch was right. Mrs. Steinson had never met Carolyn before in her life. A good day for the boss.
So I've retired before my role model. That's good, isn't it?
And a bad day for the passengers.
I totally agree.
It's rubbish. It's complete crap.
So some very strange goings-on tonight at 6 as we help the aged in a Warehouse 13 episode, which is brand new to pick.